say I love you. 1. Child's candy, a little circle, pink as lamb's blood, sweet and tasting of the goodness of maltodextrin and glucose and carrageen and gum. The love heart embossed with hard and brittle shell, and inside that heart the words E9. For this is a sweet that belongs in the rejected pile, yet that somehow escapes the shrewd and narrow eye of the woman who works at the end of the line of the factory, whose job it is to seek out those imperfect hearts and throw them away. It doesn't occur to her that she's a heartbreaker. 2. I hold that heart in my hand and I smile because it's corny and silly and flawed, and because the man who gives it to me is all of those things too. We've reached that point in our marriage. We look at each other and we think, accommodate. Neither of us uses the word compromise. Too young and too worldly for that sentiment, which seems to belong to an older time. The word fit my mother like a silken noose. She compromised daily. She complained of her burdens in a quiet way, full with sighs, and the house would hush itself around her to allow her to sit and gather herself, which she did usually in the curved hearth corner chair, out of sight of my father. 3. We accommodate. We allow the little things to come in. He has a smile that is crooked and that dimples his cheek. It used to make him look impish. Now it just makes him look cross. The dimple is a heart-shaped crevice, and when he smiles it blossoms like a poison flower. I have dimples too, but they're right behind. He likes to tickle there because he thinks it's erotic and blue. I saw his face in the bathroom mirror when I stood behind my naked body for the first time and first saw them. He said nothing, but I knew how disappointed he was, how the little puckers upset him. And I saw what he saw, the slow creep of age. I saw how he carefully looked at the rest of my body and how he was inspecting it for lines and sags and bulges and spots. 4. Darling, honey, sweetie, babe, sweetheart, love, lucky, schnuckles, baby, dearest, my heart's desire, my heart's true love, light of my life, fire of my loins, sugar, precious, pet, mistress, my lady, my liege, my lord, angel. 5. When he and I first met, I made a list of his habits, good and bad. The good outnumbered the bad 2 to 1. Now the bad outnumber the good 4 to 1. He doesn't make lists. He surveys and notices and clucks his tongue when something bothers him, but he does this quietly more. He used to anyway. We're clever about love in our own way. We didn't fall head over heels or at first sight. Our hearts did not melt. Instead, we grew into each other. We grew into what we wanted to be for each other, and we grew into what the other wanted each of us to be. 6. There's a famous tree in the west of Ireland that young and old rubbers would wound with their names, scraping and gouging initials and expressions of desire into its rough bark. If you look closely, you'll see the initials of a famous poet below a rough heart. He was far gone for a woman, but she didn't think of him that way. He asked her to marry him. She refused, so he asked her daughter instead. 7. We're bookish types, he and I. You've met people like us before, at dinner parties or at art openings or first nights or after hours in a nightclub where grown-ups go to talk aloud and pretend to listen to jazz. We have opinions of what was printed in the book review last Sunday, what we heard on the radio this morning, and what we're reading right now. And because we are bookish, there's a great book migration that takes place in our home. While books are being read, they're moved around from room to room until they reach their final destination on the shelves that line the hallway by the front door, where they remain until he decides we need to clear some space, and then there is a culling in the charity shop. And because we are bookish, we have little piles of things to read on each side of the bed. Sometimes, the times we make love frequently, the piles of books are tall and untouched. Right now, the pile on my side is low, and because I'm a note taker, the books in it are dog-eared and have sticky notes at various points, and soon these books will make their heartbreaking journey to the shelves in the hallway. 8. God. He knows a bit about love. He sent his only son to earth to be sacrificed because he loves us. Think about that. It's a reversal of what the savages do when they prevent the hearts of virgins to stem the photographs of stern generals and weary soldiers. The books about fictional wars feature men with simple and masculine first names like Matt, Jack, and Chuck, who have last names like Strong and Powers and Stone, and who brutally fight and kill men with odd and long and unpronounceable names. He's not reading any of these books because most nights he's asleep within minutes of getting into bed. He's not working longer hours than before, or doing more exercise, or eating more sweets that spike his blood sugar and then cause him to crash. And because I'm a note taker, I listen to his snoring and look at his pile of unread violent books, and I can't do anything except think he's tired all the time because he's screwing someone else. 10. I heart you. 11. God told Abraham to kill his only son Isaac. This is the kind of thing that lovers ask of each other daily. Abraham climbed that mountain, built an altar, and found his son, unsheathed his knife, and placed it over Isaac's heart. When we read this tale, we wonder, did Abraham hesitate for even a moment? Was it because of what he saw in Isaac's eyes, or what he saw in himself? 12. We're bookish people. When I'm reading a history of love poetry, I have to wade through an awful heap of beseech these and wouldst thous and breasts like jewels and eyes like gold and slits full of swans until I can find a truly good verse, like this one. Set me as a seal upon thine heart, as a seal upon thine arm, for love is strong as death, jealousy is cruel as the grave, the coals thereof are coals of fire, which cannot be put without flame. And I wonder, is that true? I look at him beside me. A heart-shaped dimple is winking at me because his crooked smile has caused his face while he sleeps. I have to think he's dreaming of her. 13. I once read a novel about a man who waited too long to open his heart. At the moment of embrace with an old lover, just before they pulled apart, when he could feel her hand at the back of his neck, when he could smell her hair and taste the softness of her cheek, and could, if allowed, taste the little heart-shaped curves of her hair, he said, I love you, in a low voice. He could have said nothing, could have let the embrace continue in silence. Perhaps that peace between the two of them would have led to a kiss. As it happened, he said something, and the embrace ended, and she looked at him with a terrible pity, and she said, I know. 14. Because we're bookish and clever and worldly, and because I'm not my mother, we will bypass this little pang in our hearts. We will accommodate it, or we won't. There'll be no tears or throwing of crockery. He will move into the spare room for a bit. There'll have to be an early book migration to allow for this, as the spare room is piled with volumes half read and to be read. He'll bring his war books in there, and perhaps there they will also remain unread. 15. Abraham would have killed Isaac if God had not stayed his hand. And the questions you need to ask are, was Abraham's obedience to God greater than the love for his son? Was God moved more by Abraham's faith or by Isaac's fear? Did God treat this as a dress rehearsal for the heartache he planned for his own son? 16. We'll be disgustingly civil with each other. We're both agreeable sorts, and you can still invite us to dinner without fear of a scene, unless that's what you want, in which case we're happy to perform. No shouting though, we're not shouting types. He'll get drunk and surly, and I'll be a withering, cold-hearted harridan, and as our hosts you can squirm in embarrassment, and after we're gone you can drink one more bottle of wine together and roll your eyes and say how ghastly she is, and oh God, I can't believe he said that. And then you can go to your own bookish bedrooms and tipsily, smugly fuck each other. 17. I feel sorry for the devil. He had his heart broken. God threw him over for us. I wonder sometimes, does God ever want to get back with him? 18. We sit with the lawyer and bookishly exchange banter about how agreeable and accommodating we are. We share her because we're having a cooperative divorce. We sign our names and he smiles and the little poison heart on his cheek blinks. 19. We have a last lunch together. I pull out my heart and I show it to him. B9. Afterwards we stand in the street and briefly hug and cheek kiss goodbye. And my only thought is, will he bring Matt and Jack and Chuck and all their bone-cracking ways to her bed. Thanks, Ben.
And now we have David Atkinson.
This first poem's about homelessness. At the start of last year, we had a particularly cold snap, and in the space of 2 weeks, 3 homeless people died in the streets of Belfast. We talk too much about the weather. We measure our snow in centimetres. It's rarely hot enough for chocolate to melt or cold enough for water to freeze, and a storm is little more than a breeze stiff enough to blow your blue bin over and send your recycling swirling down the street. It rains, I'll give you that, but thankfully it's spread out over the whole year rather than falling in a single month, thus reducing the risk of killing anyone, despite another catching my death from dancing in puddles. If it is particularly dry, which isn't often, we might have a nose-pipe ban and frown upon neighbours seeing water in hoses in the ground or filling paddling pools for their children, but even so, we always have enough water to flush and wash and we reminisce about the weather like an old school friend we haven't seen for years. Do you remember the summer of 76 or the winter of 63? Or what about the time it snowed in May? On the 12th, we had 5 seasons in a day. When we're talking about the weather, we're not talking. When we're talking about the weather, we're not saying sorry enough. When we're talking about the weather, we're not asking who you are and listening to us. We're asking what we can do to help the homeless man. If you would like a coat, even though it's February and it's Baltic and it's pissing down, we have another Gillian coat in our cloakroom at home. When we have said all the things that we are capable of saying when we talk about the weather, when you get down to it, is pressure, precipitation, temperature and wind. This next poem is about Keith Lamont Scott. Keith Lamont Scott was murdered by the police while sitting in his car outside his grandson's primary school waiting to collect him after school, and he was reading a book on the dangers of reading. There is nothing more dangerous than a black man with a book. He might become educated, he might get a job, he might read to his children in bed at night, he might obtain a library card. He might lend books to other black men, he might even organise a book circle where black men will sit around all day drinking coffee, discussing what they have read, which is almost as dangerous as reading in the first place. He might discover Chomsky. He might become so engrossed in his book he doesn't notice the police surrounding his car. He might worry if he puts his hands on the steering wheel he will lose his place in the book. He might have read that he is proportionally 5 times as likely to be shot by the police as an unarmed white man and decide that he can find his place again later. He might read and misunderstand the 14th Amendment to the Constitution. He might increase his vocabulary and be able to articulate more precisely why it is unacceptable to shoot an unarmed man for reading a book that closely resembles a firearm, even though you cannot press wild flowers between the pages of a gun. There is nothing more dangerous than a black man with a book. And this final poem is called Fallujah Birthdays. When you were given to us, I gave you my name. I rubbed the inside of your mouth with a soft date. I sacrificed 2 sheep for you, and we feasted. For your first birthday, I gave you a stuffed camel. For your second birthday, I gave you building blocks. For your third birthday, I gave you a drum. For your fourth birthday, I gave you a jigsaw puzzle. For your fifth birthday, I gave you your favourite book. For your sixth birthday, I gave you prayer beads. For your seventh birthday, I gave you a ribbon. For your eighth birthday, I gave you a football. For your ninth birthday, I gave you new clothes. I gave you an empty box. I washed you clean and kissed you, and we wept. For your 10th birthday, I gave you flowers. For your 11th birthday, I gave you flowers. For your 12th birthday, I gave you flowers. Thank you.
And we have Eamon Mc Guinness.
Thank you. This first poem is called A Prayer to Saint Dimfla. Now that her brother's been locked up, I offer to help with the garden. Her eyes flit, dart round. A faraway, vacant look that won't settle. She's gone from morning, collected and dropped in the taxi. With the rubbish and the weeds came a gentle, unknowing peace. He swept constantly, picked at the leaves with the scissors. On the street, he was soot-starched, honest, through peace, Panama hat, cane, a public stride, death stares for men, cat calls for women, a whistler, another, sitting in the on a fold-up green chair, legs dangling, on guard. At night, through the walls, the mingle of voices on her return, her high-pitched screaming, domineering laugh, taunts, mimics, demands, curses, her whimpering cries, shrieks, and submissions. The door slammed like a guillotine. They did their clothes separately. The line divided. His black scarf with the white border gave it away, snagged and caught in the rose bush through the winter, uncollected, untouched. A feeling lifted from the air, his absence like a cured disease. A skip appeared, and with it a mattress, boxes, bags of clothes, carpet, his fold-up chair. The Gardaí too, home help, identical looking siblings. The Mini covered with a tarp. The front garden slowly filling with rubbish, covering it like an intermittent snow, or the early light of spring. She stands guard by the curtain, double, triple checks the back door lock. Bird-like eyes on the road for her morning taxi. A clearing has spread. She moves a little lighter through the garden, lingers that bit longer. She doesn't notice the bleeding rubbish. Here by offering help, my brother got 9 years. This one is called The Gift. There are battering, low moments, but at times I think it's a gift as I cycle past the hospice, how he didn't end up there, that it didn't turn into home help, live-in carers, daily visits. I see myself turning into him, those dead air smells of not reading on the toilet before bed, midweek, weekend newspaper catch-ups, setting the table at night for tomorrow's breakfast, and shushing in the headlines. I miss summer that year, while out paper dust, trailing winds, which woke me with empty fireplace noises and someone downstairs stealing his things. The last one I will read is after dinner at Mornings, 1848, inspired by the painting of the same name. Think about the men, where they came from, or who they represented. Not the country or religion. Food is any food, table any table. Place them, if you wish, with your life. Don't get lost in biography or trivia. Forget Corbett's notes. It's not his anymore. Orland is everyone, his house everywhere. We care not who they are, but what they make us do. Look again. Notice something small about each man. A right hand dug into a pocket, a chin leaning on a fist, the pipe smoker's jacket, the fiddler's fingers. Don't forget the dog or the rubbish on the floor. Take in the scraps, the wine, an excuse to stay and sit and listen. Keep people around you. A dog at your feet. Leave the plates where they are. It doesn't take long to clear up. The house will be empty soon. Listen to the fiddle. Time has been chased and beaten. Your life is laid out before you. This is how it will end. Thank you.
And now we have Gillian Hamill.
Okay, sorry, it's very windy, so apologies if my hair goes in my face. So, this first poem, it's called Ophelia Down by the Canal. The water, it is so tempting. Through the sheet of silver slithers of glass, sluices the voice of your sister sprite, born in 1963. And I baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, into the ether, and I pray that you may not be born again. Cast off nymph woven from steel corrugated gossamer. Love refuses to wrap his muscle-hacked arms around you, and you have always slipped through the net. She could have gone to. In reality, there was no place left to go. His flinty eyes of malice recognised this, and licking his lips, charged, devoured, through sinew and synapse, chomped, no morsel left to be spat out. Only her emptiness lingered. He could not wrap his jaws around what did not exist. That seething chasm of nothingness, expanding every second, every minute, every hour, every day, swallowing all hope in its mist and mainlining the remaining smulch into veins of her ill-begotten offspring. Why? The wolves, of course, ravenous little critters, engorged breasts of black milk, mewling malevolence howled, but Madre macerated could not answer with a kiss, consumed by her own despair, literally. Okay. And this is the last poem, and it's called The Last Day. Trails of entrails, glutinous fat deals, dripping hot sumptuous on molten train rails, mangy dog hails to whine on his recline on a bed of nails, hammered by slippery electric eels, and now pedal fast boy on your wheels, see glorious concrete hardened by steels. Wash, 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 but grit you shit under your fingernails. Why? This is what you wanted as the bell peals. Zap ting, 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 go your microwave mails. Greasing up your desperate bid to burn up your home's writers of great tales. Selfie, self-loathing, self-loving mastery. Your progress is slow as ass nails. And soon the filmy transcript of time your dignity steals. You think the love fails, but I don't give a damn. I just want all the fields. Sewed into a corner by the bloodied strands. Trails of entrails, the mighty man nails. Before God, am praise.
I give you a sense of about, rolling about. Okay. Silsa. Niall McArdle.
Thank you.
David Atkinson.
Thank you.
Eamon Mc Guinness.
Thank you.
Gillian Hamill.
Thank you.
Thank you. And someone's going to hold this. You want to hold this? We'll all get her. We'll do a 360 around. Do you want to come all around? This way. This is for the love inside us. Thanks for watching. Rostrevor Forest. It's in there, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I think so, yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Cloughmore Stone. Thank you all for coming.